Hey everyone, and welcome. So, today we have something really interesting for you guys. So, TikTok, the algorithm, gifted me this very interesting story of a teenage girl in the US who got married at 16 and divorced about a year later. So, I wanted to go through the series of her story and I wanted to talk about what I think of all of this. What do I think about teen marriage? What do I think about how her parents allowed this? So, with that being said, let's get into it. We have a bunch of clips here. So, there's 8 or 9 parts in total. There's like part 8, and then there's a final. So, there's 9. So this girl, her name is Miriam, and she has her friend Sophia, who's not Muslim, in the video with her and helping her tell some of the story. So this is very unique in the sense that we don't hear stories like this every day. And clearly they happen, but we just don't hear them. And in this case, I managed to stumble across somebody who decided to tell her whole story of her teenage marriage. So,
yeah. And just to be clear, was she born Muslim or was she a convert?
she's a born Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what her ethnicity is. Her name is Miriam. Yeah, she was born Muslim. But I don't know her background or anything like that. She doesn't have an accent, so I'm assuming she was born in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, this is going to be a story time on the time I got married at 16 and divorced at 17. Part 1. Also, before I start, I'm not going to be saying anybody's real names or anything. This was 2 years ago, and I have learned a lot from this experience. Also, I'm going to be calling the guy that I was married to Liam. Okay, so this started in the summer of 2023. It was June or July. I was at my best friend Sophia's house and we were baking cakes, and I get a DM on my phone, and it's from some random guy that I've never talked to and I don't follow him. And it was weird because I didn't text anybody like that. Why is this guy messaging me?
I'm saying this part because she's struggling.
This is her friend Sophia.
She opened the notification.
I was just gonna say it's like a typical teenager thing to do, make a cake, having fun, sleeping over the friend's house or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this girl, Miriam, and her friend, and they're just normal teenagers. They're doing teenage girl things, and
not in Islam, sister. Teenage girl things is get married.
And unfortunately, this guy slides in her DMs, and it just goes downhill from there. But you know what else I was thinking too? These girls, they're behaving like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds would behave, the way they talk and the way they giggle. You'll see too, the way she processes this and presents her understanding of all this to us. It's a very teenage, frame of mind she's working with here, right? And it's so imagine Aisha getting married, little Aisha, 6 years old. She's 6 years old. If that's a 6-year-old can't, if a 16-year-old can't, isn't mature enough to make a decision as serious as marriage, how can you justify Aisha being so little and getting married, right?
It just goes to show you too that Islam so-called protects women's rights, and no, it doesn't. It doesn't help by encouraging child marriage or even getting married young. We always hear as Muslims, me and you probably both heard this from sheikhs, you should get married young, you protect your deen, marriage is half your deen. But look at the consequences for getting married at 16, 17, 20, 21. That doesn't usually go well for a very good reason.
Yep. Yeah, the frontal lobe isn't fully developed. And even then, that's why too people get married young and then they get divorced because the frontal lobe does develop at around 25. And then they're like, oh shit, I'm actually not the same person I was that, when I was, 16, 17, 19 years old. What the hell am I doing in this marriage? So, all right, let's keep going.
Yep.
And it was from this guy, and he was like, he sent a funny reel, and then she responded, was like, haha, yeah, funny, or like, just like, just responded. And then we had found out that he had went to our school because in his bio it had said like our school and then year you graduate. So that's how we found out that he was in our school and her grade.
Okay, so we're like talking, and then he like sends me one of my own posts, and he's like, "Are you Jewish, by the way?" And I was like, "No, I'm not Jewish, like I'm Muslim." And then he was like, "Oh, well, I'm Jewish." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I found out like we had a mutual friend, and so we were like, "Oh, okay, like cool, like we know each other, like kind of." I think he might have said that he like saw me like around school or something. I don't know.
Like the next
So like we had that conversation, and then like it ended, and then the next day like we started texting again. I don't know what happened. So like we started talking a little bit, and then I think like we added each other on Snapchat. And then it came to like a week later or something, and he's like, we should hang out. And so we're like, okay. So me and Sophia go to the mall, and we meet him there, and
mall.
like whatever, like
Such a teenage thing
normal.
again.
We hung out, we like shopped and got food. I don't know.
And then this is where the story starts to get good.
It's so funny. It's like where it started, like teenagers meeting a guy at the mall, it ended up get divorced. Married and divorced at 17. Thank you, Islam, for this wonderful life experience.
Yeah, this is crazy too, because he's asking her if she's Jewish. So we're gonna find out that this is not a Muslim guy,
Right?
That is DMing her, guys. This is
Yeah.
not a Muslim guy. And what do we know about women getting married in Islam? They can't marry non-Muslims. So with that,
But the other way around is fine.
The other way around is fine. So we're gonna it is gonna get more interesting. But yeah, it's just this is so innocent, and it's just typical teenage behavior. Teenagers being teenagers, hanging out at the mall, goofy stuff like, adding them on Snapchat and saying, it's like, "Oh, I think I saw you around." I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. He was just saying that as like a way in, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's keep going.
All right, play the clip. I'll play it. Oops,
Oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so that is the beginning of like how we met. Come back for part 2. Part 2 of the time I got married at 16 and divorced at 17.
I think she's so adorable,
Sophia,
this Miriam
and
girl.
were
She wants to tell her story too, which is very, like, she wants to share what happened to her. She wants to unpack. She wants to let this out. She wants to tell people what she went through.
Yeah.
at the mall, and we're like hanging out, and then Sophia gets a text from one of our friends, and she's like, hey, can we hang out? And we were like still planning on being out for a little bit longer, so
I told her to walk to my house because she lives like 5 minutes from me. So she like walked to my house. We'll call her Daisy. So, and my parents are really chill, so my parents just like let her in, and we've been friends for like a really long time, so my parents just let her in.
Okay, so Daisy walks to Sophia's house, and she's waiting there for like an hour before we get there. And when we get there, we like start telling Daisy like what we were doing. We were like, yeah, we were at the mall with this guy Liam, and like blah blah blah. She was shocked. So it turns out, she tells us that they used to know each other, and they used to be really good friends, and like whatever. So okay, basically a few months earlier, we were. Wait, Sophia, were you there?
Yeah, I was. I made the joke.
Oh,
I started it.
Okay, so basically we were eating like lunch at Culver's with like all of our friends, and one of our friends like starts telling us this story about how Daisy and then this guy Liam, like we didn't like know who he was, like he just said his name. He was like, yeah, like this like a situation happened basically, and it turned into like a joke basically,
With our friend group.
with our friend group, and like it was like a joke that like it was a long time joke. And so at that moment when Daisy was like, oh, like that Liam, like,
And we were like,
we connected the dots. You know what I'm saying? So
This is the foundation of how this became a marriage. Can you imagine? If you are enjoying this video, we'd like you to subscribe. Already subscribed and want to help to get more views, click the thumbs up. And if you want to help me do even more, please join our community on Patreon. The link to Patreon will be in the description below. All right, thanks in advance and back to the video.
I didn't even understand. There's like Daisy now.
Yeah,
Daisy
yeah. There's like some girl that it
knows
sounds
him?
like she knows him, and
Okay.
then she told her some story about him, and she's like, "Oh, this is the guy we hung out with at the mall or whatever." But
Oh, they have seen then into
this is all like the backstory
okay.
of like a marriage. This is kind of like not
How I Met-
it's so immature, right?
How I Met Your Mother.
It's very immature.
Yeah.
we found that out, we were like, wow, but like whatever. It's fine. Something else to remember is at this time, Liam had told me that he was gay, and this guy that he was like really into, I actually happened to be really good friends with, so it was a funny coincidence. So basically at this point, it's still like summer before school starts, and we are like talking every day. We like have hung out, and we have like a lot of mutual interests, mutual friends, like we were bonding a lot and like becoming pretty close. Part 3. Okay,
Oh, so
this is
apparently
part
Jews and Muslims
3.
can bond. Like, who would have thought? Like, make it sound like anyways.
Yeah, I think that's like the funny part of the story, that he's a Jew.
Yeah.
It's like these two teenagers, right?
Yeah. I mean, it shows you too that like all these barriers, they're creating from the religion, right? Because the two people growing up in the same society, they liked each other, supposedly. I guess we're gonna find out. And it would have been like the religion actually added all sorts of complications to the story.
Yeah.
Of the time I got married at 16 and divorced at 17. Okay, so now we're in September of 2020.
So one thing I wanted to point out for people that are not familiar with TikTok, you see right there we're waiting Miriam. So like this has been like she's building out this story little by little. Now you're getting it all at once here, so that's kind of nice. But like,
thanks to you.
Yeah, the people that are following her probably had to wait, so they're like excited. It's gonna get interesting. Let's see what happens next.
23 with school starting. I was going into my junior year, and I was 15 years old at this time. So me and Liam are still like talking kind of regularly, and we're seeing each other in the hallway, saying hi to each other. We're like kind of friends, but like acquaintances. So one day in like October, he asked me if he could eat lunch with me because all his friends had like left him that day and like went out to eat without him. And so I was like, yeah, for sure. So he came and like sat with me and my friends. So from then on, we like started getting really, really close. He would eat lunch with me and my friends like every single day. We would meet up like in between class, during class. We would like text. We would hang out during like study hall. Started becoming like really good friends with my friends that I had like originally introduced him to. So at this point, like we had only ever hung out like in a group setting, like with other people there, at least one other person there. And like my parents are pretty strict, so like my mom, like I told her that he was gay, and like she was like, okay, that's fine, like you can hang out with him.
Her mom had met him and like really liked him.
Yeah, because like my mom would like give us like rides and stuff before like anybody could drive. Basically, long story short, he ends up telling me that he is actually straight. At this point, we had known each other for like 4 months, and
it's kind of weird.
This is really weird. Like, maybe he like looked up something about Islam, like being gay, and he's like, maybe this is like my in for talking to her. I can say that I'm gay.
Yeah.
And then he did like a bait and switch.
Yeah.
But this is interesting too. Obviously she understands the gender segregation in Islam. She wears a hijab and everything, but that didn't really deter her from,
We like would text each other like, and we would be like, I love you, like really like
It was non-stop texting.
non-stop text. Even like my contact name for him like had hearts in it and stuff, but like it wasn't weird. Like we would always be like
Joke.
yeah, like it's a like we're just friends, like we're just joking around, like whatever. But after he had told me that he was straight, I realized I was like,
Oh man, I'm starting to think of my daughter and I'm like, oh no, look what's coming when she gets older.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep,
Wait,
this
like,
kind of
I
stuff.
kind of have feelings for this guy. Okay, and honestly, this was like a long time coming. All my friends, even like the entire time that me and him like were hanging out and whatever, my friends were always like questioning me, like, is there something going on? Like, cause like part 4. Okay, this is part 4.
Whoa,
The
change
time
of
I got
scene.
married at 16
Yeah.
and divorced at 17. Okay, so fast forward to like,
The hijab is different.
This is
Like-
the style though. It's like
It's like
What
almost
is-
like is it a hoodie? It's like
uh
it's quite a it's not a traditional hijab style at all, right? It's very
This is-
different.
this is kind of like the look though. Like
Oh yeah?
this right now, like this is like a popular look. This like loose style, like on the head.
Is that
She
kind of
has
like a
like
nun
pins.
look? Like
She has
going
like
back like that? Isn't that like how nuns wear it?
no, I don't think that's how nuns wear. But like you see how she's showing her earrings, her necklace.
Oh right, yeah.
Like she has her head covered. There's no hair showing.
right.
It's just draped. Like there's like a there might be a name for this. Somebody in the
Yeah,
comments
yeah.
can remind me. But like, yeah, this is I actually think her hijab looks pretty here.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah. But
like mid-November, me, Sophia, and Liam and this other girl were hanging out at the mall.
Oh, he bought a Build-A-Bear.
Oh yeah, he bought a Build-A-Bear for one of his friends.
And then
What?
he was fighting me.
Oh,
I don't watch Star Wars.
it was. Okay, so I went home with Sophia, and she asked me. She was like, "Do you have feelings for him?" And I was like, "Yeah." So Liam was texting me about something. I don't know. He ended up saying like, "Guess what?" And so Sophia had told me to text him and be like, "You have a crush on me." So he went, "Guess what?" And I went, "You have a crush on me." And he was like, "What?" And so after a little bit of us talking about it, he admitted to me that he also had feelings.
Then they just started dating.
Then we just started
That's when they
dating.
started dating.
her
But obviously, like, my parents are strict, and like I can't like tell them about this. So we kind of like had to secretly like hang out. We were secretly dating.
Holding hands.
Okay, so at this point, we had been dating for like a week.
Literally, like it was
Like, actually,
literally-
It's so childlike. Dating
It
for
is.
a week. It's like a big accomplishment at that age. I've never introduced you with like, yeah, we've been dating for a week. Sounds so funny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. This is
7
very
days. Okay, he starts like bitching at me, and he's like, "We can never hang out alone. Basically, just friends who hold hands."
that was the big
Oh, he got
one,
mad.
was we're
He was like, we never even get to like be like romantic, like blah,
be a
blah, blah.
couple.
We're not even a real couple. We're just friends who hold hands. I'm
The
freaking
Islamic
Muslim.
dating. Friends who hold hands. You're not even supposed to hold hands, actually.
No, you're not supposed to do any of this. None of this at all.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I want a little girlfriend.
Bro.
So then she starts getting defensive, and she's like, my parents. Like she starts getting defensive, obviously.
Because like, what do you want me to do? And he was trying to convince me that me and Sophia were in love with each other.
You're always hanging
You're
out.
always hanging out. You're always together. Like,
Sounds insecure.
Like,
Yeah.
you're in love with each other.
bro.
Are we for real?
Bruh.
It was the day before Thanksgiving that they had. So then basically Miriam was like, do you just not want to be together then? And he was like, I guess. Or
We had
what
also
he
been
said-
dating a week.
Yeah, it was like.
What do you mean?
literally a
We
week.
just hold hands. we all- It was a week.
You were like, so do you just not like? Do you just want to?
Wow. Yeah, kids move fast, I guess.
And then, what did he say?
He was just like,
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. So
She
They
calls
move
me
fast and it
at work,
ends
and she's like,
fast.
Yeah. I guess it's a good relevant point that it is a week at this point, and he's like, but I think from his perspective, he's probably like, whether it's a week or 6 months, I don't see any change happen. Like, it's not going to progress because the religion is and the parents are blocking it. So he's
Yeah,
probably thinking like, am I just going to be this like secret forever? Which is again like a very valid concern, right? I mean,
right.
it sounds funny talking about girlfriend boyfriend at 16, but I mean,
But
I'm trying to be charitable here.
but also
Yeah.
like let's remember this guy is Jewish.
Mhm.
We don't know, is he just, is he a religious Jew? Is he a
Probably
non-religious
not,
Jew?
but
We don't know.
yeah.
But he's 16. What life experience does he have? What experience does he have in the world? Probably very little.
Mhm.
What experience does he have with women? Probably none. And the first,
Yeah.
let's assume this might be like the first, well, they mentioned somebody else. But anyways, he meets this Muslim girl. He has no understanding of Islam, nothing. He doesn't know a single thing.
Yeah,
Right?
he doesn't know about the hadith about the Garkad tree and how it's gonna say, "There's a Jew behind me. Come and get, come and get him. Come and get him." Right? Oh my God,
Yeah.
he doesn't even know what's coming.
Nope. He has no idea.
Whew.
So
It's a good
Yep.
point.
now this is what he's getting wrapped up in. So he's probably not understanding like just holding hands and
That's a
this
good
type
point.
of stuff. Like she covers, but he,
This
what-
is
what
just
he-
the surface of what's coming. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
Like, Sophia, we just broke up. I was like, what? And I was like, do you want me to come get you? So we went, and I went and I picked her up. And while we were together the entire time, we were calling him.
Okay, the guy that I was friends with, that he was in love with, we were like, cause I was fucking pissed. So we were like, let's troll him a little bit. So I'm calling him and I'm like, do you want like blah blah blah's phone number? He got so mad.
And basically, so it was the day before Thanksgiving, and then I was like, well, Miriam doesn't want to be alone. So then I brought Miriam to my Thanksgiving the next
Aw.
day. But when I dropped her off the night before, they were talking. And then they got back together. It was literally like 12 hours they were broken up.
We weren't like telling our friends either because like they were low-key being haters. So Sophia was like the only person that
Being
knew, I
haters.
feel like.
And his friends.
So basically we were chilling until my mom found out.
Oh,
Come
done,
back for
done,
part
done.
5.
Okay, this is part 5 of the time I got married at 16 and divorced at 17. So after my mom found out about this relationship between me and Liam, things
Here we
really
go.
started moving. At this point, it was January 2024. I had just turned 16, and my parents, like, now they don't, but they used to go through my phone, like, all the time.
Oh,
So
well, that's
one day, my
Some parents
mom
do that,
takes
yeah.
my phone, she goes through it, she sees all these texts between me and Liam, and she flips out. She was so mad at me. She takes my phone. I'm not allowed to go anywhere, do anything. Like, literally, girl was like, you're gonna get homeschooled. So in my head, I'm like,
good
"This is
luck
getting
with that.
serious. Like,
Yeah.
I can't just like sneak around anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do? I really
Just gonna pause here for a second and talk about how deluded that comment was. You know, you've seen my kids, and you know when they get to probably 14,
Yeah.
there's like nothing you can do
Yeah.
at that point. I mean, especially 16 going
Yeah.
to 17.
And they rebel even harder.
You
So,
you
yeah.
lost the battle at that point. You whatever you did as a parent, it's now gonna come out or not come out. Meaning, if they're nice kids, they're gonna be good kids, and if they decide to not listen, there's nothing you can do. Like
Yeah.
you need to be the friend at this age, not when they're like 11 and 9 and 6.
Yeah.
At this age, you need to be the friend, and you need to counsel and guide them in the right way, not necessarily try to come down hard, because usually that's going to cause the opposite effect. So that's my take anyway.
Yeah. The authoritarian stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
really like this guy, but like, so basically my mom finds out and she gives me 2 options. She's like, you can either like break up with him, never speak to him again, like you're not gonna text him anymore, you're not gonna see him, or he can convert and you guys can get married. At first, obviously, I was like, well,
What the heck?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
her mom, again, we don't know her background. I mean, it's so weird because she looks white. But anyways, her mom is like, telling a 16-year-old girl to get married.
Yeah,
What is- what the heck?
that like, I mean, and a lot of these Muslims, they get married, obviously they get married young. Who knows how, I mean, she has a 16-year-old. She could be your age, but I would assume the mom might be even younger than you. You're 42. Maybe she's younger than me. I'm 38. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's like, what kind of parenting is that? Why?
Wow.
Like, how does the mother have no foresight as to how badly this could go? Your daughter just turned 16.
Yeah.
Has been talking to a boy who is not Muslim, whose family is not Muslim.
Yeah.
We know the statistics with people converting and leaving, right? I mean, this is
She doesn't.
not for nothing, but this is why in the Muslim community, a lot of Muslims don't want their children marrying converts because they're worried they're going to leave, right? But like, this is what her mother, who is supposed to be guiding her, presented to her.
Yeah, you know what I would have said? I would have tried to slow it down and been like, take things slowly, don't get involved physically, don't get pregnant. No matter what, do not get pregnant, right? Like, that would be the end of your life. Your whole life is ruined at this point. Like, don't do that. Like, it's not the time for that. And like, slow down, and like, they probably would just break up on their own, like typical 17-year-olds,
I know,
16-year-olds, right?
That clip of him in the mall with the lightsaber. Like, this is who mom is saying, you can convert him and get married. That's a great idea. Look at him. Yeah. He's in the mall, like, twirling that thing around. Like, that's gonna go really well, mom. That's that's such a great idea. Wow.
Yeah, I worry too, because when you get married, I mean, I kind of want to say this is not normal, even in the Muslim community. Even in the Muslim community, like, like, this is bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, even Muslims would usually expect the husband to be able to provide and have money and have some sort of job at least. This is just so weird. Like, I'm just like blown away at like how strange, like what sort of like two absolute options she's given. Never ever talk to him again or get married. She's kind of like forcing her to get married.
Too extreme. Yeah.
She pushed her into getting married because she's like, well, you either never see him ever again or you marry him. Like, and how about like get to know him a little bit better? It's like,
and you know what?
Let's meet the family. Like, let's figure out, like, is this a good person for you? Like, what the heck?
And she's a virgin, right? So she's gonna get married to this random that slid in her DMs, who said he was gay and then he's straight and he's Jewish and he doesn't know anything about her culture, her life, nothing. It's like, oh, I don't know. It's just crazy. Yeah, she's gonna lose her virginity to this guy, and then when she realized, like, after that's all said and done, I mean, that's not going to go well for her in the community.
That's true.
Right?
It's going to be much harder for her to get married now.
Yeah, it's like a black mark on your life. So why would your mom encourage you to get married and give that up when the stigma against, like, this is a huge stigma against her now?
Yeah,
right?
Because assuming she doesn't work out, it doesn't work out with him. She now has to disclose this to every single other. Potentially has to disclose it. Actually, no, she did have to disclose it. She would have to disclose it. Yeah.
Yeah, she would. And she's absolutely beautiful, right? Yeah. Like, she shouldn't be judged based on, I would call this a mistake.
Yeah.
This is poor parenting. Her mother encouraging this, like giving her these two very extreme ultimatums, but yeah.
Yeah, this is awful. I mean, there is another possibility that is not mentioned here, which I don't think is true, but it is possible that they're already sleeping together, and so her mom is now doing damage control. You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, at this age, it would be possible, right?
I don't think this was the case. Okay. I mean, that's a possibility, but I would say this is not the case. Okay. That's not the vibe I got at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want to continue?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm 16. Like, I'm not getting married to this guy. But I ended up telling Liam what my mom said. And
pause that. I'm going to pause that. She's smarter than her mom. She's like, Mom, I'm 16. I'm not getting married to this guy.
Yeah. And there's another video after the final one where her and her friend are like talking and people are asking them questions and she's answering. And they said, "Where are you from, Miriam?" And she's like, "Here, America." And they're like, "Where are your parents from?" And she's like, "Here, America." So they might have been born in the US as well, which was like even more strange to me if that's the case. If they're not immigrants, like, and they were born in the US and like raised in the US in the West, like that's even more strange to me that given like look at the environment around us, like this is what you would want for your daughter, like this is what you would suggest to your daughter. This isn't some village back in Morocco or wherever, you know.
I'm so invested now. I'm so curious where she's from.
Yeah. It's hard to
Anyways.
tell, like, because you know, sometimes I think she's Arab, but I think
Okay.
she gives me Arab vibes, but some of them are very light skinned.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Was honestly down to get married. He was like, yeah, okay. Like, that's fine. Like, so I tell my mom that he's saying he's all for it. And she is like, okay, well, if he's actually serious, like, she had met him before, like, okay, I want to sit down and have dinner with him. I want him to, like, talk to your dad. I want to talk to his parents, like, blah, blah, blah. So it was getting real. So Liam starts learning more about Islam, and he starts coming to the mosque with me and my family. He comes over and has dinner one night, has a conversation with them about how, like, he's, like, open to it and, like, actually finds it really similar to being Jewish. By the end of January, he ends up converting. Mind you, like, the whole, like, us getting married thing, like, just became a thing in the beginning of January. A couple weeks, he had already converted. And
Like I said, kids move fast. They move fast and they fail fast.
Yeah.
This is converted. Oh my God, what an awful decision.
Yeah, and I'm sure he did zero research on Islam whatsoever. There was zero thought, research. There's zero of anything that. This is a very serious decision. Like, it is a door. It's like you walk in, you can't walk out. Yeah, it's a one way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he doesn't know any of this.
Yeah.
So
Ramadan was coming up in March, so we were getting things going. So now it's February, and like me and him like are still like obviously hanging out at school, seeing each other, we're texting. We're gonna get married, like it's happening, like it is the plan. Start planning the wedding. My mom, she starts going crazy.
This is her dream.
It was her biggest dream.
Whoa.
Oh, maybe that's why she moved it along fast and gave us, like, this is something the mom wanted in some weird, some strange. This is so
the mom
weird.
Can get it, but not now. Like, give it like another 5 years or
I know
7 years or 10 years or whatever. Right? Like, hello.
It sounds like this is what the mom wanted, not what she really wanted. She kind of
very strange.
Yeah, I think that's so strange. And usually, you know, the fathers in these, you know, in this religion, in these marriages, they're the decision maker. Like, where's dad in all this? Like, is he a pushover? Like, why would dad let mom run the show and agree to this?
Very strange.
You know?
All these people, but actually she like wasn't letting me tell people either.
Yeah, secret.
Because like I'm 16 years old, I'm getting married. That's not like a normal thing.
My stepmom offered her like $5,000 for her to not get married.
Wait, when did that happen?
The Sophia
I live in an
stepmom
area with like.
Wow, that's like a nice stepmom. She's trying to save her life here. Her own mom is like, duh, let's get you married, lady.
Yeah.
And her stepmom's like,
not even the girl's like bio mom, stepmom. Her stepmom like cares about her friend.
Sophia's stepmom.
Yeah.
So not even her stepmom, her friend's stepmom.
It was
cares so much about her daughter's friend.
Yeah.
And she's trying to save her life. She's like, I'll give you $5,000 not to get married. That's wild. Wow.
You know what? $5,000 is probably more than what her maher was. I bet.
Yeah.
She probably would have made out better like taking the $5,000 than going through all this nonsense.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
There's only like 3 other Muslim girls that go to my school, and like kind of a big deal. Like, we couldn't just go telling people that. They're not gonna understand. Basically, we had to be super selective on who we were telling. Like, he didn't tell any of his family that this was happening. Literally, only his parents knew. And the people I was friends with at the time, I didn't feel comfortable telling them because, like, they're just not gonna understand. Which, like,
what
makes
the hell are you
sense.
doing?
Like, that's not normal to them. Like, me getting married my junior year. But the only people that knew this was happening was Sophia and, like, 5 of his friends, and then, like, both of our parents. But that's literally it. Telling, like, my family, they were all, like, did not freak with it.
That expression she made, like, that explains it. Right? They're like, whoa, like, what the heck?
So her family actually had more sense outside of her
Crazy.
parents.
Yeah.
We had a whole wedding to plan in a month. So, like, we were struggling. We needed to find me a dress. He had to find an outfit. We had to, like, find a place to do it. It was a lot to figure out. And, like, March 9th is the date of the wedding. 2 days before Ramadan. We'll talk about it more in part 6. This is part 6 of the time I got married at 16 and divorced at 17. Leading up to the wedding, we were stressing really hard because, like, we had to get my dress altered. We had to find a location and get, like, the decorations, like, invite people, just, like, all this stuff to think about. And we only had, like, a month. One day, one of my...
I'm just going to pause here for a second because I thought of something that's really weird about this story. I mean, there's so many things, but
Yeah.
the mom... So normally, like, okay, when I got married first time,
Yeah.
even my mom was very, like, liberal, let's say, compared to, you know, some of the more traditional aunties in my family. Even she wanted, like a nice wedding and all that stuff, right? And she wants to invite people and show off or whatever. But, like, this is, like, a weird... dysfunctional situation where she's getting her married, but she can't tell anyone because they're all going to look at her like she has 5 heads.
Yeah.
So, like, doesn't the mom lose out on being able to invite? Like, it's such a strange situation. It's like, if you want to celebrate, you need to do it properly, right?
Yeah.
It's like, does she just want her married off so that she's not her problem anymore or something?
Yeah,
Like, it's such a weird... Is she scared? I'm trying to be charitable. Is she scared she's going to end up doing zina if she doesn't get married right now at 16? Is she, like, have some extreme obsession over her virginity? Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, her purity, whatever. Like, there's something weird going on here. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It has to be, because I mean, she did mention in one of the other parts that her mom didn't want her telling anybody. So her mom does seem to have she's cognizant of what feels right and what feels wrong.
What looks right, you mean?
What looks right. And I mean, so yeah.
Friends had my phone while I was, like, somewhere else. I don't know. Liam had texted me something about the wedding. He was like, "Aren't you so excited?" And my friend saw it. And so when I came back, so we weren't telling anybody. So I had to lie. And I was like, "No, like, it's a joke. It's a joke." Is it a joke? Is it a joke? And then, so we almost got caught. They almost found out.
This is crazy.
But they didn't. Another thing is that Liam didn't even have any pants until, like, the day before the wedding. Well, we get to the night before my wedding. Me and Sophia, we need to have a little bachelorette party. Like, I'm getting married. Like, what? Me and her are alone in my house because, like, my family was staying the night at a hotel. We were having a great time, you know? We were...
Bachelorette party for 16 and 17-year-old girls. Sorry, 16-year-old girls. It would have to be a very clean bachelorette party.
Well, it's just them. Like, it sounds like any other day. They're hanging out, like, laughing together, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were tapping that C a bit. You know what I mean? It was really fun.
We were waiting for butter chicken.
We were waiting for our butter chicken. We just wanted some freaking butter chicken. It was taking so long to get there. The carpet looked like rice. So we go to sleep. We wake up the next morning and have free breakfast at the hotel. We're in my grandparents' hotel room. My grandma starts, like, ironing my grandpa's pants. All of a sudden, she, like, holds them up. There's a giant hole in them. So now he doesn't have pants either. The fuck? So then we went back to my house. We got ready. We had to, like, file down one of my earrings. It was, like, huge, and, like, I couldn't...
Like, get it in your ear.
I couldn't get it in my ear. We got there late.
It sounds very planned out.
And, okay, to set the scene, my wedding was being held in the basement of an Islamic school. It was so ghetto. Like this backdrop. No, I'm not gonna say that. So me and Sophia showed up and like everybody was already there. Walk.
That's crazy to me.
She was gonna say it's ugly or something. Actually, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah. I'm just looking at that in the basement of an Islamic school. 2 minors are getting married.
Mhm.
Islamic. I don't think they did a legal marriage. It doesn't sound like it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they just did the nikah.
You can get legally married at that age.
We don't know what state it is, but probably she could, yeah. But
Yeah.
like, but still, like in the eyes of the law, you know, like wouldn't they're considered minors? They're not.
So
They're not
many-
adults.
Many of the states allow it. You're right. It's different from state to state. Many states allow for exceptions where they can do it with parental or judicial consent.
Right.
You're right.
Okay.
18 is a federal law. You are right.
Right.
But they allow it with parental consent in some states. So yeah, it gets murky. And
So there's child marriage happening in the masjid school basement.
this is okay. So in Florida, which is where I believe she is, it says minimum age is 18. There are no exceptions for parental consent. So child marriage is illegal.
So she's in Florida? I didn't know that.
Well, according to her Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's
Oh,
up-
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So she's in Florida and what she did was technically not legal.
Right.
So the masjid,
That's just
They didn't care either.
getting involved in child marriage illegally in Florida. That's right. Yeah.
wow.
And the parents are involved in this too. I mean, I wouldn't blame her in any way whatsoever. This is literally not her fault. She's a minor.
Oh, this
She's-
isn't her fault either.
Yeah,
No, it's
she's
not
not-
her fault. She's
she's
not.
complicit in any sort of crime here at all.
Yeah,
Right? She's a victim
yeah.
here.
Wow.
I mean, and she's a victim because it didn't work out. I mean, if it would have worked out, we'd be like, oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. But this
Yeah.
case is very clear. This was a huge mistake, right?
yeah.
So
In. And all of his friends were like sitting in a circle and like talking. So we start like the process of us like
you know what?
getting.
I could just imagine who is that Jew sitting over there. Like it would be so. Imagine like you're marrying a Jew.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, he's Muslim now, right? So I guess, but like his whole family is Jewish.
Yeah.
That's not like Muslim community. I mean, I hate to say it, but they're pretty anti-Semitic, especially nowadays with the whole Gaza, Israel radicalization thing happening. Everyone's becoming radicalized, and like anti-Semitism is like really high.
Yeah.
So this would be, if I was Jewish, I would be very uncomfortable going to the mosque for my daughter's wedding. I would
That's
be very,
true.
very uncomfortable. And in general, people would not treat you well.
yeah.
Like they would be like, okay, yeah, well, he converted. Okay, he's fine. But the rest of you guys, like, what the hell? Like, you know, we don't like you guys. And, you know, I wouldn't even be surprised. I would not be surprised because I'll tell you why. I wouldn't be surprised if let's say his dad, Liam's dad was there and mom, and they're not converting. Come on, they're
Yeah.
not converting. And someone comes up to them and says, oh, what do you think about what Israel's doing? I would
Yeah.
not be surprised 1% because like I had a similar experience with my dad. My dad was he was getting me married or whatever. And he's a Smiley Muslim, which is a sect that's considered kind of like heretic or non-Orthodox to many Muslims, Sunni Muslims.
yeah.
And the imam that was getting me married, Pakistani guy or Indian, I think Indian actually, Indian and Pakistani. I can't remember now. He went up to my dad and is like, you believe in Aga Khan? Like the most stupidest,
They do
bluntest,
this.
idioticest, the most like rude thing to say. Like, we're not here to talk about his religious beliefs, moron. We're here to talk about me getting married.
yeah.
Why are you like confronting him over something so stupid?
yeah.
Like, I'm
That's
still mad about it. Thinking about it today, I'm like,
that's
this
so
is a sort of, and then you have a story too like that, right? Where your dad was kind of like shooed out of the mosque as well for being in the wrong section or something, right?
Yeah. And you know what? This spills over into everything with the whole like advising, whatever. Like Muslim, like in Islam,
Yeah.
like Muslims feel entitled
Entitled.
to just come up to you and just like what they did to your dad,
Yeah.
talk shit to you. Like
Yeah.
so they'll just talk shit to your face about
Yeah.
why do you believe in this, whatever. And even like at
Yeah.
my late husband's funeral, there was a couple Shias there. And what do you think everybody was concerned about and talking about? The fact that there was a couple of Shias there.
So
This
crazy.
this is what they focus on. It's like,
Ugh,
yeah, and they come up to you and they tell you, you know, yeah, and even with my late husband too, people would ask me all the time, like I'd talk about him and people say, oh, was he Shia? You know, it's just like, what the hell? It's not even what I'm talking about with you. I'm just telling you like a story about him.
Yeah.
What the hell does it matter? Why does it matter? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's an interesting
yeah, you know
take
what?
on this that I didn't even think about, because this marriage happened after October 7th. So I'd love to.
Even before it, I mean, I cannot imagine like that. I'm sorry to say the Muslim community is not like welcoming like that. And if you have Jewish people coming to mosque, visibly Jewish people, they're not going to be welcome. They're not going to feel welcome. They're not going to feel comfortable. I can tell you that right now. Like it's obvious. Everyone knows this. I don't even need to say this, but it is what it is, right? So
right.
Wow, so I wonder how that went. But anyways, let's continue this story.
Married, we have like a little bit of an audience. One of Liam's friends like starts like laughing, and he's like laughing the entire time. And then one of his other friends is getting really, really mad, yelling at him. And then afterwards was like,
sounds like a bunch of 16-year-olds.
It's so immature. Like it's just such a, oh my God, red flags galore in the situation. It's like a Chinese parade.
Yeah.
If you keep laughing, like I'm never talking to you again. I won't forgive you for this. Basically, it ended like we were married. In a way, two of his friends like were like, can we go outside and play basketball? And so then they left and just like they weren't there for the rest of the time. Also, the morning of the wedding, Liam's dad had like contacted my mom and been like sorry, like I can't come. I have like a work thing like out of town, like I can't be there. Later, I found out from Liam that he actually just like didn't want to come.
I was right.
Oh.
I was right. He didn't feel comfortable. And also, you know, sometimes parents do this to make a point. Like, I'm not coming. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Right. My dad was different. He came anyways, even though he was also saying, what the hell are you doing getting married at 21? But he still came.
Yeah.
But I respect also the other approach, which is like, what the hell are you doing? I'm not coming. I mean,
I mean, not for nothing too. Like you were super young, but you were also in university.
That's
you
true.
know, you were clearly like you were paving a path like for a good life for yourself and a wife. Like this is a guy that like slid in her DMs, said he was gay, then he's straight, then he's Jewish, then he's swinging a lightsaber in the mall, and then he's, you know, getting married to her. Yeah. So you know what? I don't know. If this is my child, I might not want to show up either. The father's probably disgusted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. At least someone's normal here.
Yeah.
Was there. So Liam had just converted in January, so he was still like actively learning about Islam and like how to be a Muslim. He ended up like, we got married, the next day it was Ramadan, and he had his first day of like fasting. He struggled. He honestly could not do it.
It's hard.
So now only Sophia
he hates Ramadan.
His friends.
You know, I was just thinking the one good thing he has going for him is he's probably already circumcised being a Jew. Other than that, like he's may have to go through a whole thing, right? If he converts, and they're gonna be like, what about this and what about this? And oh, you know, this would be a good time to play the white Muslim guy clip where he's like, what the heck? Like they make me do this and I have to put the hat like this. And
the first thing you should never say to a revert is, that is haram. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard this. It's almost as if they're not done saying assalamu alaikum before this is haram. We call these people the haram police. And the haram police are like American police. They actually don't know the law. When someone is new to Islam, the list of prohibitions can be incredibly overwhelming.
Yeah, so that's a sign. That's a sign that this is where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
That we're married.
Oh my goodness, we almost forgot something.
What?
We were supposed to do something. Let's do it now, guys. Bum bum bum.
If you are enjoying this video, we'd like you to subscribe. Already subscribed and want to help to get more views, click the thumbs up. And if you want to help me do even more, please join our community on Patreon. The link to Patreon will be in the description below. All right, thanks in advance and back to the video.
My family. To everyone else, like we're just dating. We weren't telling anybody at school until people found out, and then it spread, and everybody found out.
Back for more stories. Come back
Oh,
for
wow.
more. This guy.
Well,
I clicked.
And
Oops.
he was.
Shoot. Wait, I messed it up. Let me go
No.
I was trying to pause it.
Oh,
Where was it? Which part were we on?
part 6.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to edit this out. No, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. So it's before she switches
I
over.
found out from Liam that he actually just like didn't want to come and like was refusing to go. His mom was
Oh wait,
there.
no.
It's a little
So
bit further.
Liam had just converted in January, so he
Yeah.
was still like actively learning about Islam and like this is part of Ramadan and my family. But to everyone else, like we're just dating.
Here we go.
We weren't telling anybody at school until people found out, and then it spread, and everybody found out.
Back for more.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is her wedding pictures.
Okay.
Oh, there's a friend. Oh, her friend's still there for her. That's nice.
Mm.
Come
That
back
looks
for
like
more.
a Moroccan type of dress.
Could be.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, could be.
Stories on part 7.
This is part 7 of the time I got married when I was 16 and divorced when I was 17. Disclaimer, our relationship was like pretty good overall. He was a pretty good guy.
Pretty good.
And he treated me well most of the time,
Most
but
of the time.
now I'm gonna talk some shit. So, me and Liam got married in March 2024. Whatever, the school year ended. The entire summer, I did not see anyone except for him. I literally lost all of my friends. Barely
Wow.
texted them. I didn't see anybody. So it was kind of a balance between like how we had to present ourselves like at school and to our peers versus like how we could be in like just like our everyday life, like allowed now to like hang out whenever we wanted. Alone. He would come to my house, I would go to his house, like interacted with each other's families a lot more. One thing that he was so like weird about, he like would never go anywhere with me and my family. Not only to like religious things or like to the mosque, like he would like always find an excuse or be like, my parents said I can't, but like he actually has like such chill parents and they literally let him convert to a religion and get married. Like we would hang out, then he would like try to.
So this is why you don't get married as soon as you meet someone. You need time to get to know them, time to get to know their family, make sure they, especially if you're still living at home and you're 16, like you need to make sure your families are compatible, right? I mean, I'm not a huge believer in like your whole family has to agree. Like I don't care about that, like me personally, but to some people it matters, and to her it seems like it does matter. And so, it sounds like he's going the way opposite way, which is I'm just not gonna go anywhere with your family, right? Which sucks.
And you know what? This is kind of like a consequence to child marriage / early marriage. She said that she basically lost all of her friends, and everything became about this guy who's obviously not, right for her.
Not Mr. Forever, at least.
Yeah, not Mr. Forever. And yeah, it's kind of sad, And then she says that this goes to show her, like, how do I say this? This is her level of insight she has about how people behave and why. She's like, he didn't want to come to the mosque, any family function. Why is he like me, I'm thinking, well, that behavior has a pattern. He's avoiding everything that has to do with Islam. Why is he avoiding everything that has to do with Islam? This isn't, she's like, oh, his parents are so chill. I don't get it. It's, well, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To make me leave early so that he could go and hang out with his friends. He acted like it was like a plan that just came up, but that was his plan the whole time. So I don't know why he couldn't have just been like, hey, let's hang out from this time to this time, and after I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. It would always just be like, we're hanging out, and then he's like, actually, like, can you leave? So it was the 4th of July, my favorite holiday. My favorite. I'm scared. Oh, I went with Liam and his family to a 4th of July, like, is it a fair? Like, a 4th of July celebration that was like at this park, whatever. We get there and then we're like having fun, we're getting food, we're like getting glitter tattoos, and then it starts like pouring rain and there's like lightning, and so everybody's obviously like trying not to get soaked, and then they're thinking like fireworks might not even be able to like happen because Liam decides that he wants us to go sit in his mom's car while it's raining and like see like if the rain will stop. So we're sitting in the car, we're just talking, whatever, and then Liam is like, hey, like, should I just like drive around the block or something? Now Liam could not drive. He did not have his license. I think he might have had like his permit or something, or he was in driver's ed, I don't know, but like he was not supposed to be driving.
It's her husband, and she doesn't know if he has a permit.
Maybe don't do that, like your mom would be pissed. He just kept talking about it, so I was like, okay, like do it. He starts driving, and as soon as he pulls off, I'm like, wait, shit, like we're gonna lose our spot. So then he's like, oh my god, and he starts like freaking out. So he like tries to like turn around, but like literally
This is like the 16-year-old mind in action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not thinking ahead. It's just
this is a married couple, guys.
yeah.
16-year-old married couple, and this is
Oh boy.
their decision-making skills here at play. The 16-year-old
as
mind.
soon as we left, another car had pulled in and parked where we were parked. Liam starts freaking out. He drives around to try to find like a new parking spot nearby, but then like he couldn't. So he ended up pulling into like a apartment building parking lot. The entire time that he was driving, he was acting like he didn't know how to drive. He kept like pulling into people's driveways and like backing out, but then like getting too scared to. And, like he would like stop the car and then just start screaming at me. Okay, so we're sitting in this parking lot, and he's like sobbing, crying, hyperventilating. He's screaming. He's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Real quick, I just want to like point out, we've been married a year. We've been together 2 years. This girl's been married like what, a week or something? A month or something? You've never screamed at me.
Yeah.
You've never screamed at me. This goes to show again
Not
how
the right guy.
this is not the right guy. This is not the right decision. This was a horrible, horrible mistake.
Yep.
My mom's gonna be so mad. She's never gonna let me go anywhere, do anything. We're gonna be able to see you again. Like, I'm like, I understand you're stressed. She's actually.
I'm never gonna be able to see you again. What? How does that make any sense?
Oh my god.
Doesn't make any sense. That's just why he.
I guess he didn't read about his rights. He can prevent her from seeing her family.
Yeah, but I'm just confused why I would say that. Okay, if your son drove your car without permission, you'd probably just take away the car. Maybe that's what he means. I won't be able to drive to see you. Take an Uber, I guess. Take a bus, like any other 17-year-old. Meet me, walk to school or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Probably live close together too. They go to the same high school, right? So,
yeah. He could take he could get on the school bus.
Yeah.
And get dropped off at school and then meet up with her at, I don't know.
Actually not gonna care. Like you'll be fine. Sitting there, and then all of a sudden he starts screaming at me. Why would you let me do this? Like, I can't believe you let me do this.
Wow, blame shifting.
What? 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 You're the one who drove. You're the one driving the fucking car.
She's like,
what? I told you not to. So he's here screaming at me. I start crying because I'm fucking scared. This is not my fault. This is not my fault.
She's like,
and
still
like,
traumatized.
I don't know what the fuck to do, and you're yelling at me, blaming me. The night ended with an apology and like us making up, and that was great. But I didn't get to see the fireworks on the 4th of July, my favorite holiday. I didn't get to see the fireworks that I've been wanting to see. That's all I was talking about. Another thing was that he was always, like, his friend group always had like so much drama, and he was always getting into fights, and it like genuinely affected our relationship in the way he treated me. And there was this one time that I had gotten like food poisoning or something. Like, I was so sick, I was not at school for like days. Came back like a week later, and Liam would not like even go, he wouldn't sit near me, touch me at all.
Wow.
Be near me because he was so like disgusted that I was
it's food poisoning.
And it was food poisoning, so like it's not contagious, like you'll be fine. But okay, in his previous relationship, had got cheated on, So the entire time we were together, he was always like so suspicious of me cheating on him.
Oh.
I kind of understand, but like
Another
also
red
I'm
flag.
not cheating on you.
Yep.
Like be really weird about like my phone, and he would always want to know like who I'm texting. But then when it came to him and his phone, anytime I would even reach for it, he would like snatch it away. So one time I confronted him, and then he was just like, I've always been like protective over my phone and my stuff. Like I'm sorry.
It sounds
But,
like it's going just about as good as it can go for two 17-year-olds, right?
Mhm.
The problem here is that they're married now, which is now looking like a worse and worse decision.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
again, it doesn't sound like he learned anything about the religion and gender roles and the way, women behave around the opposite gender and vice versa. She's a virgin, Muslim girl that married you. She's not
Yeah.
going to be like talking to other guys.
Yeah, well, she gave up all the friends, she even said at that point, right? She was like all by
Yeah.
herself, isolated, and
She's
yeah,
isolated. So
this is just a controlling behavior, right?
yeah.
So
I literally I never went through his phone one time because he wouldn't let me. Also, this is my husband. Like, you should be being open and honest with me. Like,
She's more
okay,
mature
the
than
last
him.
little story I'm gonna tell is the
Wrong
story
guy.
of the time that he broke my foot. So one time, me, Liam, and my sister were golfing. I ended up like tripping on a golf ball, and I like rolled down a hill. And as I'm laying there on the ground, Liam's standing above me, and he's like, "Get up!" Like, that's so embarrassing. He's like laughing at me as I'm on the
kind of
ground, fucking
abusive.
crying.
Yeah.
I just broke my foot.
Come back for part 8.
we're almost at the end now.
This is
Yep.
part 8 of the time I got married at 16 and divorced at 17. Left off with Liam breaking my foot. And a week later, my senior year started. I still didn't have any friends. Everybody at school knows now, and like there are some crazy rumors being spread.
So this actually ended up being a double tragedy because she's now become a pariah.
Yeah.
She's now this like weirdo that got married at 16, and now people don't want to be her friend, and now she's lost her social, and also this guy's controlling and stuff, and oh man, this is sad, right? Like her whole like childhood is being ruined by this decision.
Yeah, and it's a double stigma. She's got a stigma at school, in high school, right? And there's
Yeah.
going to be a stigma in her community too.
Muslim community.
When this ends, the Muslim community. So there's two communities that
Yeah.
she's, being, ostracized from.
Mhm.
Muslim girl. She was like telling everyone because she knew because she was like a part of the community. And people were saying some crazy stuff. People were always asking me like, are you engaged? Are you married? I will also say that it was so hard to avoid conflict with this man. Literally every like big holiday, like our anniversary, my birthday, his birthday, all got like ruined. And obviously, like, I'm not putting all the blame on him. Okay, obviously I'm not gonna tell the story and the events of like all of those things, but I will tell you about what happened on my birthday, how my birthday got ruined. Basically, long story short, I think my mom and I had gotten into a fight about something, and it like really had upset me, so I was like holding back tears. I had went to the bathroom and I came out, and he's standing there and he's like, you need to stop being so dramatic, you're ruining this whole thing, like this isn't fun anymore because of you. And I'm
Wow,
like,
Wow.
all about him.
Yeah.
Doesn't care
it was
about
my birthday!
her.
What do you mean I'm ruining it? It's my birthday. My birthday.
My party, and I'll cry if I want to. Didn't you hear that song? Oh my God. Yeah, this is awful, 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 awful behavior.
You know what? I mean, she did get married at 16. She doesn't know any better, but
Yeah.
I mean, I do see, some truth when people say girls mature faster than boys.
can
Like,
see
look at
that.
her emotional intelligence is
Yeah.
like off the charts compared to this guy. It's
I
like
can
she
see that.
broke her foot. She rolled down a hill and broke her foot. He's like,
Yeah.
get up, there. And then it's her birthday. She had a fight with her mom. She comes out crying like, you're dramatic. It's like, dude, do you have any empathy or like any emotional? His EQ is like very dangerously low.
Yeah, I see that. I do agree with you. Yep.
My birthday. I just feel like as my husband, like you should be supporting me and
Mhm.
backing me up,
Yes.
especially in a
Yeah.
situation where I'm being hurt. And
Disclaimer, I was not at her birthday because I had to work. So
fake.
this would have been a different situation if I was there.
So-
She's a good friend.
A month later, the day before Valentine's Day, shit went down.
Uh-oh. We're gonna find out. What the heck is going on there?
It's a frog.
Found a
What is
little
that?
froggy on the road or something.
Or cricket? I don't know. Maybe it's a frog. I like these little interruptions in her video.
Huge ass eyes. Oh my god. So it's like the day before Valentine's Day. Me and him go out to eat. Liam does this thing where he would eat really, really fast, and then like as soon as he's done, he's
Let's go.
like, "I'm ready to go."
Let's go.
We were eating.
I know people like this.
He did that. He goes like, "All right, I'm ready. Are you ready to go?" So he does that. I'm sitting here. I'm still munching my fries. I'm not ready to go. So I look at him and I'm like, "No."
I like how she zoomed in.
And then you get back,
No.
and then you guys get back into the car. And then you were like, hey, I just want to talk about something that kind of bothers me. He was like, okay, sure. So you said when you like finish eating and then like you like make it seem like you're in a hurry, it just kind of makes me feel like I'm not like
Important. So I don't know why the sound suddenly went really low, but she's saying she told him after after they left, she wanted to talk to him. So she's very mature. She's, I want to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
And she's telling him how she feels, how she's made to feel. When you rush me, I feel like I'm not important. That's the way to bring this up. That's a perfect way. She's not blaming him. She's saying, I feel
Yeah.
that I don't matter.
Yeah.
What do you think? This, I mean, like you said, she has high emotional intelligence. This guy,
Yeah, she's
Lost
using
out on a good
I
woman.
statements. Very good. Very good.
yeah, he lost a good woman, and you know, it's unfortunate for him. But I mean, it seems like he's in. He doesn't deserve her.
Yeah.
in your thoughts and like you kind of only like are thinking about yourself.
Only think about yourself.
And it's not only like in situations like that, but in other situations as well.
Other situations as well.
And then
Yep.
he starts getting fucking pissed.
Got mad, eh?
Say
He
like,
was fucking pissed.
but mind you, he was always up in here being like, communicate with me more, tell me things that I can do to be better, blah blah blah. So she told him.
But like, how are you gonna ask me to communicate more and then I communicate and then you get mad at me for communicating? Like you can't get mad at me for not communicating, and when I communicate, then you get more mad.
Oh,
So all the way back to his house, we're arguing, going back and forth, and he's like, we're backtracking. Okay, so we're sitting in his car outside of the restaurant, and I bring up to him, I'm like, hey, like you did that and that made me feel like really unseen, and like I didn't
Well said.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
And he just like immediately gets so defensive, and he's like, in all my 17 years of living, that's such a normal thing for people to say, and I've never heard anybody be mad about somebody saying that, and like I don't understand how that offended you, and like
Bro is pulling out the I've been in this world 17 years.
His
can-
vast lived experience.
I mean, I can understand if you're like my age. You can be like, son, yeah, I've been around a while, like
Yeah.
twice as long as you.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you something. But he's 17 talking down to her, and she's also like 17.
Yeah, like I'm 38 now, and I
Yeah.
feel like at 38, I'm kind of finally at a place in life where, with a lot of things, I can say, yeah, I've been around a little bit longer
Yeah.
than you,
Yeah.
you know. And then there's this guy, Mr. 17 years on planet Earth.
It's like oh, it's funny.
blah blah blah. So the whole way home, it's just this back and forth of him being like, it's such a normal thing to say, like I don't understand why you're upset, it doesn't make sense to me, and I'm just being like okay, that's fine,
Doesn't
but like
listen.
I'm just letting you know how that made me feel and how that affected me, and I
Mhm.
want you to like think about that more next time. And he just like won't hear it. He
Wow.
literally will not. So we get to his house, he parks outside, and he's like, okay, go inside and like talk to my mom or something. And I was like, okay. And then like 10 minutes later he comes inside, So we go to like walk up the stairs, and he's like, okay, go upstairs and just like take your clothes off. Whoa, that's not what I meant. He's like, just go upstairs, like turn on the light, get comfortable, whatever. And I was like, okay. So I went upstairs by myself. He didn't come into the room until like an hour later. And he comes in and he's like, sorry, I was just like talking to my mom. Like, okay. I'm running out of time.
Sorry, guys. We're running out of time. We need to make a part 9. It was really only supposed to be an 8-part series, but I guess it's gonna be 9.
This is so funny. They specifically said it was going to be an 8-part series. How did they come up with that? It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Part 9 of the time I got married at 16 and divorced at 17. So we got to his house, I went up to his room, I waited an hour, he came up, and he sat next to me, and he was like, I need to talk to you.
Oh,
So
dun
he's
dun
like-
dun.
I don't feel like I did anything wrong, and like, I don't understand why you're mad at me. Like, what the flip? So I'm like, I'm gonna defend myself. So I'm like, I came at you so calm, so respectful. I simply brought to your attention something that you did that I didn't appreciate. And I really don't appreciate the way that you're responding to this. So I'm just sitting here in shock because you told me to communicate and I communicated. How are you mad? I was so proud of myself for the way that
should
I
be.
approached the situation. I was so mature. This bitch is over here complaining. So then he comes at me.
It's so sad that this whole situation, like, she's so emotionally mature. She's such a lovely young woman, and she's
Yeah.
just put to like being married to some idiot for
Yeah.
no reason because her mom wanted her to get married, and
Yeah.
it's like, and the religion doesn't allow dating,
Yeah.
and there's probably some hang up over the premarital sex or something. Which again, she could have told her. I don't agree with that. His mom could have told her, please don't do this, right?
Yeah.
All of this like suffer. I mean, a normal situation, this happens. Like, she could have been dating this guy and they could have broken up. I mean, she could have probably left him a long time ago, but now it's a big thing. It's
Yeah.
like a whole marriage, and we're married. You're my wife and you're my husband, and she's stuck with him, right? Like, this
There were
is not
so many more
great.
ways to handle this.
Yeah.
Then she was kind of like, this girl was, she was pushed into this
Yep.
decision, this direction. And now there's this girl with this high emotional intelligence stuck with a guy, and she tries to tell him how things made her feel, this and that. And his response every time is, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's like, dude, that's how relationships are. There's two different people coming together, and if she sees things a certain way or feels a certain way, it's your job to just accept it, like listen to it, accept it, and then sit with it, reflect on it, and see her point of view. But he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah. Very selfish.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm not going to apologize for something that I don't feel like I did wrong. I was just sitting there so confused because like he was contradicting himself. It didn't make sense to me. So I start crying because I'm just like so like lost. He's yelling at me. So at this point I'm fed up. I say I'm going to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom.
Sitting there for a while.
I sit in there for a while, scrolling on my phone. And he comes knocking at the door. He's like, come out. So I come out.
You sit back on the couch.
I sit back down. He's like, okay, like, there's something else I want to talk to you about. And I'm like, okay. Okay, to give you some background information, our plan after getting married was that when we go to college, we're gonna like live together in the dorms, eventually like get an apartment together and like get a cat,
Have a baby.
have a baby
Aw.
For me.
for her. In order for us to live together in the dorms, there was like a specific form that we had to sign, and then we had to like pay the fee to sign up for the housing. He had done it and then told me to do it. So when he had originally asked me to do this, I was like, okay, yeah, for sure. So I go to my mom and she like starts helping me do it, and then we go to pay and it's like $200 and we're like, wait, we don't have the money to pay for this right now. So I texted Liam and I was like, sorry dude, like I can't do this right now. I'll do it in like 2 days when I have money. So this was the next day after I had just told him all of this. So it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, I told you I don't have money. Why are you getting, I told you I would do it in 2 days. Like, why are you mad? Then he starts being like, I actually just don't know if like this is a good idea at all because like this is all happening so fast. We're so young. Like, look how.
This is what goes into making them.
So he's like, we're so young. This is all moving so fast. Like, I don't know if I'm ready. I just want like the real college experience. What college experience? You're married. Trying to be a hoe?
That's
If you
probably
wanted
it.
a college experience, then why did you marry me? If you want the college experience. So basically, I'm like, okay, what is your point? Like, why are you telling
boy.
me all of this? What are you
This is
hoping comes
awful.
of this situation?
Yeah.
Because right now, all you're doing is like saying that you don't want to live with me, and like, okay, like thanks, like I like. So then he's like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm like losing myself, and like I'm struggling with my identity and who I am. I don't feel
Oh.
like I'm Muslim.
It's probably becoming gay again.
I'm
just kidding.
When he said that he didn't feel like he was Muslim, I was like, whoa, what? So I like moved away from him a little bit because like I'm not trying to like do that haram stuff. Not anymore. So I'm like, are you being for real? Like, he just kept being like, I don't know. He was being very like angsty, emo. So I'm just like, bro, what is happening? So I leave, I go to another room and I call my mom and I explain to her the whole situation and I'm like, girl, what should I do? Because like if he's
Girl,
saying
what
he's
should I
not
do?
Muslim,
It's probably
like,
young, her mom.
Yeah.
this isn't working out. So my mom is like, okay, like it's fine as long as he like doesn't say like I'm not a Muslim, like you're fine to be here. So I go back out and we're like talking again. So I'm like trying to like walk him through it, figure out like what is he saying, like, and like what is about to happen.
He should have just been straightforward. He's the beating around the bush. This
Yeah.
is not the way to communicate.
That's
Again,
exactly what he's doing.
what is like every single example of him communicating has been bad,
Yeah.
right? Including this one. Like he should just be straightforward. I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah.
That's it.
He was like, oh, I want the college experience. She's
Yeah.
like, we're married. It's like, and then he's like, okay, that didn't work. She wasn't receptive to that. So now I got to drop,
The Muslim
ultimate
thing.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I got to, and that got her attention, right?
Yeah.
That there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just keeps repeating like, I just don't feel Muslim, like I don't feel like I'm Muslim, like this doesn't feel right for me. And then he's like, I feel Jewish, not Muslim. And I'm like, so he ends up saying the words like, I'm not Muslim. So I'm like, whoa, buddy. So then I was
It's so unfortunate that, like, I mean, here's another kind of crazy thing. This relationship's not going well, but the thing that matters is whether he's Muslim or not.
Yeah.
Like, that's also very superficial, right? Now, I'm not blaming her. She is 16 or 17 now, and she's a kid, and she was taught this is what's required or whatever. But it's so, like, it just shows you how dumb this whole thing is, that what matters is the label,
Yeah.
not really like, like what type of person you are and how you treat other people. It's what you believe, what's in your head.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
And this is something that will break up and destroy, mature
relationship
adult
too. Yeah.
marriages with kids, with,
Yeah,
with all those, serious life decisions involved. Like
true.
this alone, it's not just a problem here because they're young, they're
That's
teenagers,
true.
but in actual adult relationships where they're way more mature, this type of thinking.
That is a very good point. And I actually have friends in the situation where they're like adult men my age and they're broken up because they literally left Islam, and the wife's like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. And they have kids, and they have the whole thing blows apart just because of that.
Yeah, and it's not even like like a personality thing, some sort of incompatibility in that way. It's just not Muslim, therefore you cannot be married to him. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters.
I know so many people like this. I know at least I can think of, just off the top of my head, I can think of three men I know. It's probably actually more than that. At least three, maybe even more, that are broken up literally because they're not Muslim. And yeah, it's unfortunate. And in some cases they're actually probably better off now because they have more options. But the wife just goes back with probably another Muslim man, where he has now. He can just go wherever he wants. Not that he wanted that, not that they wanted that, but that's the situation they're forced into. So that's what they're doing, right? They're dating and all this stuff now.
Yeah.
So
I was like, you need to take me home now. The car ride to my house was like completely silent. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go.
And then he was like, you aren't gonna kiss me goodbye?
what?
I was like, no. Inside, my mom was awake waiting for me, and I told her everything that happened, and we were talking about it. And then for the next like 4 days, me and him were texting back and forth, just like discussing everything that happened, like what is gonna happen next. I explained to him that like if he's not gonna be a Muslim, like I can't be with him. So I was like, you need to make a decision. Like you either need to be a Muslim and we can stay married, or like bye. The entire time he was super like back and forth.
I'm Muslim. Like, no, I'm not Muslim. Yeah, I am Muslim. No,
and I'm like, bruh, like decide, bro. Ended up having a meeting with the guy that gave him his shahada and
converted him.
And in the end, he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a Muslim, but like, is there any way we can be together? Like, I love you so much, like whatever. And I'm like,
no.
Nope, sorry. I didn't go to school for like a very long time after that because, as I said, like he was my only friend, the only person I would hang out with. I had nobody to
consequence
hang out with
of this marriage.
Don't even. And then we were divorced, and I never saw him really.
Again?
Kind of. But then he followed me on Instagram the other day, and it was crazy.
Oh my god.
If you have questions, comment them and we'll answer them.
Block him.
And now she needs a husband, so hit her up. Okay, that's the end of the story.
Did she not learn anything from the story? I think they're kidding, hopefully.
I hope so. I don't know.
Yeah. Any last words on that?
There's a lot of consequences to this. She didn't go to school. Maybe it was like depression or that's a lot for a young girl to experience and go through. He was abusive on top of that. Sounds emotionally abusive. It's just there's so many consequences to doing this, right? And I'd love to see a video with her mother in it, and her mother explaining why she thought that any of this was okay. Like you quite literally, pushed your daughter into trauma, into a massive childhood trauma.
Yeah, it's like pushed her back, her development, her education, her life, right?
Yeah.
Now she's trying to deal with this massive thing.
Yeah.
And the stigma, like you said, right?
You know what I think? What it sounds like, because the father didn't come to the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the whole like I feel Jewish thing, that's probably his dad or maybe both of his parents trying to, there's probably some other stuff that happened in between all this, obviously, and they were like, this is why we told you not to do this. This is why we told you to stay Jewish. Do you see how this religion is now? There's probably things like that, because it's endless rules.
It could also be that it also could be that he's, I mean, he may have realized this is not going to work out. And so now he's trying to come up with an excuse to get out, right?
Yeah, it could be that too.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling the parents had some sort of influence, because she said that he was downstairs with his mom for like an hour talking to her. And she didn't say that she knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Probably has something to do with this, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I'll just say, like, I think we said all that needs to be said already, but this isn't a pure religious issue, but clearly there's a lot of religious things that contributed to the problem and made it worse and
Mhm.
allowed her or facilitated her young marriage, something that Islam actually encourages, to get married young. We hear this all the time in the Muslim community. Get
Yeah.
married young, get married young. If a righteous man comes to ask your daughter in hand and you don't do it, the hadith says there'll be corruption on the earth or whatever. And so her mom, and it doesn't look like the dad's in the picture, the mom went ahead and followed this advice of the Prophet. And so look what happened. It created nothing but pain and misery for her daughter.
Yeah.
And this guy, Liam, was clearly not the best guy that she should have married and committed her whole life to. Clearly, she's way above him mentally. I mean,
Yeah.
you can see that. And so, it's sad. Final thing I'll say is, leave Islam behind. Life is better and more beautiful without it.
True story.
True story. And thank you to our patrons, gold supporters. Really appreciate you guys. Recent supporters appreciate it as well. And do join if you'd like to support us. We really do need the help and we appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye. This is Mr. and Mrs. Family X Muslim
Signing out.